Whenever you're ready.
December 24th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. From here on in, I shoot without a script. I see if anything comes of it. First up, Roger, tuning the Fender guitar he hasn't played in a year. This won't tune, and so we hear. He's just coming back from half a year withdrawal. Are you talking to me? Not at all. Hi, I'm Joey Kirk, and my presentation is going to be about how Rent changed the face of musical theater. Next slide, please. Now, what is Rent? Rent is a 1996 musical that moved to Broadway in 1997, and it stars these lovely group of people. And it was made by Jonathan Larson, who sadly died on I think it was the preview before, the day after the first preview before it premiered off Broadway. So he didn't even get to see how big his creation was going to get. Next slide. Alright, I'm going to explain the plot, so this is going to be really quick. I'm going to try and do this by each character. This is Mimi Marquez. She is the lover of Roger Davis, and best friends with Angel over here. And these red things mean that they are HIV positive. So AIDS is kind of like the backdrop of the whole show. And okay, so this is Roger. I already said lovers is Mimi, and roommates with Mark Cohen, who's right here. And all of these people are like best friends. Okay, so Tom Collins is lovers with Angel, and they are like, and he was roommates. I did this part. Okay, now we're going to go with Benny, who's the landlord of both Roger and Mark, and Joanne, who's the lover of Maureen, and Maureen used to date Mark, and that's the plot move. Okay. The reason Rent was so different than previous Broadway musicals was mostly to do with the style of the show and the topics it explored, but we're going to start with the style. The style of the Broadway show, not the movie, is very simplistic. I mean, it's pretty big compared to like a high school show, but with just a fake Christmas tree, a table, a chair, and a phone booth, it's able to create many different settings, like New York City, a loft, Santa Fe. So they make do with what they have, but it transfers very smoothly, and you can tell where they are. It's neat. Next. All right, so these are all the topics Rent explores. Suffering artists in New York, you can just read through all this, and it does not feel like just a jumbled mess because of the way there are transition songs between some of the bigger numbers that have to do with all of these. It transitions very smoothly, so you know what they're talking about, and it doesn't feel like, oh, there's another gay guy. Oh, gross. It just keeps moving forward. All right, next. Now, the Rent film and Rent Live were major disappointments for many reasons. Let's do this. Okay, so the Rent film replaced the original Broadway cast, the Broadway version of Rent, and made it realistic and gritty and in a city. And they got rid of some of the songs and replaced it with dialogue, and it just didn't work. So they thought that was a good idea. And Rent Live had a lot going for it. It had a marvelous set, it had an amazing cast. But Brendan Hunt, who played Roger, broke his leg the night before the performance that was meant to be live. So they ended up using a previously recorded rehearsal, and they weren't using their full vocals. So they did this thing called marking, where you have to kind of save your voice, because the next day they were going to be on live before Brendan Hunt broke his foot. So it didn't end up being the grand spectacle that it probably could have been. Next slide. All right, so these are two links. This is the title song of both songs. So I just want to show how different these two feel. Just go to like 10 seconds in. Okay. Go forward a little bit forward. So it has a simplistic stage, and it has live actors, so it's Broadway, you can tell, but it's still kind of a mix between a rock concert and Broadway. And now if you go to the movie, hopefully the link works, because it's blocked on my Chromebook, so I don't know. Oh my god. Go forward 33 seconds, because this is not good.
20. That is my old.
The music and the vocals are better because they have a studio recording. but it's New York City. It's not the stage, it's not the setting. It doesn't feel right unless you've seen the show. And we'll play like the first one. It's not the same thing. Alright, so now exit out. And now, next slide. The film got rid of, I already said this, the film got rid of minimalistic set in favor of realistic setting and added talking instead of transition songs. Like the song that I sang when I came up here is replaced with dialogue, and it sounds boring. And the live show didn't do justice to the usual powerful rock vocals due to market. And that's it. Well, all right.